16 Minutes of Care is a podcast based on the CARE principles, a strategic framework that reveals how brands create impact by caring and, as a result, grow their business. In each episode, Isabel welcomes a company executive who explains how CARE has helped their business grow successfully and sustainably.
Welcome, 16 Minutes of Care, the new format by the CARE principles. Today I have Bregtje van den Berg. She is a senior design engineer at Secrid, a Dutch company that makes wallets. Welcome, Bregtje. This is the final episode, and I definitely wanted to dive into the CARE strategic framework, because CARE is not only about taking care for people, taking care for the planet, but it's also about 4 shifts that you apply in the way we work together. The C stands for collaboration, the A stands for agility, the R stands for reliability, and the E for empathy. And you apply these 4 shifts onto the 4 assets that any company has: your own people, so your own employees, your clients, the stakeholders, and care for the planet. So within the framework, there's 16 fields. That's why it's 16 minutes of care. And unfortunately, we don't have time to discuss all 16 of them, but I would like to talk with you about collaboration, because it's a very important aspect at Secrid. So tell me, you work with more than 50 suppliers. How do you do that?
Yeah, well, that's always a challenge to have this whole chain of all these suppliers. But really selecting them carefully and always try to have like a long-term relationship with them, and to let them work together also, so that we can place an order at one supplier and that he is ordering the other parts he needs at the other supplier. So at first we take care that the supply chain is there, and then we see which partner has a key role and can connect all the other parts, so that it makes it easier for ourselves and for the suppliers as well, so that they don't need to wait for us for, oh, they didn't order this or that, but they can order it themselves. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that we can buy the sub-assembly.
But because they are so crucial for the whole production and the assembling of the product, you really need to trust them, right? You really need to work with reliable partners. Yeah. Did it sometimes go wrong in the past, or is it just a matter of...
I don't have all the details about getting things really wrong in supply chain. I think there are some partners we have had some difficulties, and we always try to solve it in a good manner. But in general, we really have a good supply chain and very nice suppliers. And we organize, at least before COVID, we organized a lot of, every year, a supplier event. So all these suppliers were invited to our headquarters. So that we have a nice, discussions and some quizzes and a drink and a party, and that was also very nice to take care of them in that way as well.
Yeah. That's nice to hear. But also what probably helps is that you have 85% of your supplies in the Netherlands. The other 15% of suppliers are in Europe. So if you have an issue, you can easily go there. You don't need to fly to the Middle East or the Far East to solve it. Another interesting collaboration you have is with museums. Mm-hmm. Can you explain a bit more about that?
Yeah, we have collaborations with other brands. It all started a few years ago. I think it was around 2018. I'm not pretty sure, but more or less, with 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, which is a Swiss-based brand, and they have all these products with the tarps from tarpaulins from the big
how do you say that? From the trucks.
Trucks, yes. That was the word I'm looking for. And they said like, okay, well, we really like this car protector, but we're not going to design one ourselves because Secrid is the original. So they approached us, would you do a collaboration with us so that we design the cover around the sleeve around it, and
but inside the technology was yours.
Yeah. So that was like the first collaboration, and we always said we're not designing anything with tarpaulin because that's from 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. So it was a very nice way of connecting these two companies. There are a lot of parallels in the way the companies think and or values. They match really well. So that's always what we're looking for the...
Was this a one-off with 𝗏𝗏, or is it a fixed element in their collection now?
It's a fixed element in their collection.
Okay. Yeah. So you can buy a Secrid 𝗏𝗏
in their shops.
In their shops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It didn't work out at that moment, at least, to sell it at all Secrid retailers, but in all 𝗏𝗏 shops
you can
find it. Yeah.
And how did the collaboration with museums started?
Not sure how it exactly started, but I think it started with a card protector with an engraving on it. That was the first part with the Rijksmuseum. And well, our wallets are in the Holland selling better than the card protector, so they said, oh, can you do something with the leather and print the art piece on it? So we really did research on it and tried different suppliers for what's the quality of the print and the details and the colors, and we did a testing on how soon it you can rip it.
Does it wear out, or
does it wear out? Exactly. Yeah. And which martingale testing that I was looking for. But then we choose for an Italian supplier because the quality was superior.
Was better. Yeah. And you have this with the Rijksmuseum. You have the Mauritshuis, and they are really beautiful, right? Because you have these beautiful paintings on the wallet. Is it something that becomes an extra business line, or? Yeah,
we have a separate circle, a collab circle, which really has the purpose to find new collabs. We have some with more in the automotive, like AMG, which is Mercedes, and Porsche design, and recently also 𝗃𝗵𝗄𝗃𝗍, and there will follow more. So it's also a way to lift our brand, and we choose our collaborations very wisely because we want to have a match with the company, really, and not just like, okay, here's your car protector. You can do with it whatever you want. We really want to build a relationship with them, and also not like supporting a brand we don't think that they are caring about the world.
Interesting and very nice brands to collaborate with.
Yeah, really.
In terms of brand match, it's really nice as well. You already shown it, but maybe you can show it again. There's this little mechanism inside of the wallet, and there's a patent on it, so it's protected. It's really a secret patent, but still some villain companies, they try to copy it, and they also bring card protectors on the market or wallets on the markets, and they imitate you. How you're a small company, or you're a family-owned company, how do you deal with that, with these copycats? Do you go to court, or what do you do with them? Yeah,
we do. Yeah. We well, and it took about 4 or 5 years before the first copycat came in, and I think that one of the reasons is that we produce here in Holland and not in the Far East. So it's not so easy to copy it. Because when we would do there, then it's already copied before it's on the market already. Sometimes that's a difficulty. So we trust our partners also for that. Mm-hmm. And in the meantime, we go to court. At the moment, we have running a very big case in China from one of the sources of the factories, and we sue sometimes at least contact them and saying, please stop doing it. And when they're not, we have to sue them, and that can be also wallets and brands, which is coming from that source in China. So we really hope to win that case. But going to court in China is different than from going to court in Europe. Wow. So we have a team of 3 people working on IP and brand protection. Yeah, that's very important. So skimming the internet constantly. And in physical shops, the copycats are diminishing. We see them leaving, and retailers choose Secrid because of the quality, and they say, I don't need this copycat. So there's a positive trend. But online, these copycats are very strong. People cannot feel the quality or see the quality, and they just think that they buy the same. So that's a pity. Yeah.
But maybe it's also interesting to explain to the people who are watching or listening, this mechanism is not only handy to pop up your card, there's also a real protection about it. So it's a very reliable product. Can you explain the protection side of the mechanism?
Yeah, one thing is that your cards cannot bend when you have this traditional billfold. All the men are wearing them in their back pocket.
Yeah.
And then your cards are bending and breaking. Well, with this aluminum case, it cannot bend. And the other thing is that it's a metal 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗧, so you cannot do the skimming through RFID. So in that way, your information is protected.
It's protected.
Yeah.
Very important, because these days now we all have these bank cards that we can touchless pay. So apparently there's a lot of people now that they come with scanning devices to take the information of the card. So this wallet really protects you against that. Yeah, great to understand. In the end, your owners, they are really aware that there are already a lot of products on this planet. And you really want to go against the whole idea of waste creation, so you really try to repair the wallets. You have repair shops now. Can you explain a bit more about that?
Yeah, that's one of the projects we started by the sustainability team to roll out repair points at our retailers. And in our own brand store in Rotterdam, we also do the repair. And we all have our own warranty service, but it costs a lot of money to get all the products to The Hague and to repair them and send them back. People have to send it away and wait until it's back. And when they go to the repair point, the retailer can repair it immediately. And for the retailer, it's good because people are coming to the shop. They have some kind of talk and they see other products and have a moment of connection.
So you really train these retailers?
So we have made good movies to show how to repair it and how to do it. And they have like a nice kit with all the parts in it to repair it. It's
interesting.
Growing. So right now we have about 100 and we hope to let it grow in a few hundred.
Yeah, and that's nice. There's a trend, we were just talking about the fact that your wallets, they really protect your bank cards, but we are going towards a trend of paying more and more with mobile. We have mobile pay, we have Apple Pay. How do you look at trends where people might not use bank cards anymore or might not use wallets anymore, like we hardly have cash in our pockets these days? How, as a company, how do you look at that?
We see some trends also in some companies that is counterintuitive. It's like in China or in Scandinavia that people care more about that paying everything digital has also to do with identity, that the government can see what are you doing all the time. So when you pay by cash, nobody will know. So there's also a kind of shift the other way. Okay. And when there would be like a big interruption in all the banking system, like now with Russia, you can imagine there will be some impact on it, maybe now or in the future. How do you will pay by phone or by bank card? So
there's two trends going.
There are two trends going on at the same time. Yeah, but I don't think one of them will go away.
No.
Out of use completely. But of course, people are having less cards. Yes, they're getting more and more digital. So of course, we're looking into that. We're researching also working on some solution for keys and researching in the phone direction. But I cannot tell a lot about it.
No, I can imagine. Yeah,
we're fully aware that there should be a next follow-up.
So you'll continue.
So we're focusing on our pocket wear, things close to your body, which you're wearing, and we're convinced that people always will wear small things with them. It's like being for ages that way, and what people take with them changes, but they always take changes, small items with them.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. So you're really working on innovation and on the next level of products at Secrid. Nice. Very, very last question, Bregtje. When you look at the care principles, I gave you a lecture at TU Delft about it. What do you think that you do at Secrid that any company could do as well? And it can be about care for people, it can be about care for the planet. Is there anything that you say, this is the way we work, and frankly, any company can do that? Just copy us, don't copy the mechanism, but copy that.
Yeah. The care for the people, it's all about the people in the world. So yeah, please take care of everyone and build it together. So that makes a strong company, a strong brand, but also a responsible way of working. Yeah,
interesting.
So seeking the best for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
As we say it, a better world starts in your pocket.
A better world starts in your pocket, totally. Yeah. Thank you so much, Bregtje, for your presence here. It was really interesting to learn a bit more from this Dutch company, family-owned company, Secrid. Thank you so much for the people at home who are listening to this or who are watching this. This was the final episode from 16 Minutes of Care with Bregtje van den Berg, the design engineer at Secrid. Now, if you like this podcast, please help me get it to others. So please share it to others. Please give me a review. Give it all the stars it deserves, and just help me spread the care. Because if more people care for people and planet, we will really make the world a better place. Thank you very much and take care.
Want to create lasting impact with your brand while feeding sustainable growth? Check out 𝗃𝗏𝗄𝗎𝗓𝗡 and see how we can help you. 16 Minutes of Care is an independent production from Isabel Verstraete, brand strategist, founder of the Care Principles, and author of the book, Does Your Brand Care? Help us reach more companies who are looking for caring and sustainable growth by giving this podcast all the stars it deserves and by sharing it in your network. Thank you and take care.